Amazon in a profile called as risk investigations.
Mhm.
So it was more of a compliance and operations kind of a role. At that point of time, so I didn't have the required skills for me to move to different teams. From Analytics Vidhya, they were conducting a lot of mock interviews.
Mhm.
So that definitely helped a lot. All the platforms say that they'll teach you data science and they'll get you a job. And when we go and look at the roadmap that they have.
Hey everyone, welcome back to E-Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So I am back with another amazing and really exciting podcast for all the aspiring data professionals and my lovely data community. And this video is the continuation of the podcast series which I recorded at Analytics Vidhya event. And in that event, I met an amazing guy, Kaushal. And Kaushal was also part of Analytics Vidhya's Data Science Immersive Bootcamp. And he has also cracked the job as a data scientist. And his journey is honestly speaking very interesting. Why? Because this guy is actually coming from a non-CS background, and after his college he actually cracked Amazon, but unfortunately that role was more into the operations and compliance part, not that much into the data and all. But still his motivation was very high and he followed his aspiration and he quit Amazon to pursue his career in the data science. And that's why I'm telling you lots of things for you to learn from this podcast. He will share everything about his journey from start to end, even to work at Amazon and even leaving it, and also will help you with the boot camps and courses and whatever things actually helped him to land into the good data science job. And for your information, Analytics Vidhya's Data Science Immersive Bootcamp is a job guaranteed program with an optional internship with high focus on practical learning such as projects, mock interviews, assessments and etc. So make sure to watch this video till the very end and like it in the big numbers, and also subscribe the channel for more exciting podcasts related to data fields. Thank you so much, Kaushal, for joining me podcast, and I am really excited to have a conversation with you. Kaushal, it would be much better if you can introduce yourself to the audience and a little bit about your past experience and educational background.
Yeah, sure, Shashank. So basically, I'm from Udupi in Karnataka.
Mm-hmm.
So I completed my graduation in 2017 in electronics and communications.
Okay.
So soon after my engineering, I got an opportunity to work with Amazon.
Wow.
So I was working there with Amazon in a profile called as risk investigations.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more of a compliance and operations kind of a role.
Okay.
So there itself, I got a opportunity to work with big data. So that's where my intuition into data analytics came in.
Okay.
So that's how I was more inclined towards data science.
Mm-hmm.
And after my job at Amazon, I got into an bootcamp program with Analytics Vidhya.
Okay.
So from there, I got an opportunity to work with PaisaBazaar.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've switched again to EXL. So currently I'm working with EXL. Yeah.
Okay. And that is for the data scientist role.
Yeah,
right?
that is for the data.
After completing your graduation from the electronics background, right? You started working with Amazon for the risk analyst profile. So how did it happen, first of all? And also, how was your experience with this profile? And what would you like to communicate that what you will be doing if you join this risk analyst sort of profile, even not in Amazon, probably in other company as well?
So I got an opportunity with Amazon directly through campus placements.
Okay.
So I was hired directly from the campus itself. So this particular role is more of a identifying fraud patterns when a buyer buys, or it's a real-time investigation that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Or it also might be something like you pick up data from the databases and identify anti-money laundering activities,
Mm-hmm.
or any activities that goes against the compliance rule.
Okay.
So these kind of profiles is what it is at Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So as and when I started working on these kind of things, I realized that this is not something that I want to do for a long time.
Okay.
So I wanted to switch to something that I feel passionate about. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how I then looked out for other opportunities. Yeah.
I would also like to know that reason.
Yeah, at that point of time, so I didn't have the required skills for me to move to different teams.
Oh.
So I had to first learn those skills. So it was important for me to learn skills.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was I didn't get that balance right between work as well as learning.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where I felt it is better to quit a job, then start learning it, and then start working in that field.
Yeah, I can totally understand it. Probably when you want to upgrade yourself, and sometimes it becomes hard when you are in a job role and focusing on other stuff, then focusing on your job as well. So sometimes it becomes difficult, and it's great. Now you are at a better place. That's the end goal and the happy path scenario, you can say. and that is important thing.
That decision was a hard one, leaving Amazon, because it's always the name is always there.
Yes, definitely. When you were working at Amazon for the risk analyst profile, as you said, it was more about figuring out or finding out the malicious activities, right? So that time probably you would have interacted with lots of data, trying to find some pattern, understand it. So was that a triggering point for you to move into the data science domain and pick it as a career option? Or was there any other reasons for that? Let's say you heard from your close friend that Kaushal, I'm working on a data science and it is a very bright future. You should also try your hands in it. So just tell me those reasons.
So what happened was when I was working with Amazon and I was working with these kind of data. So what happened was I was more of a person who liked to try different kind of things. So I started getting bored of this monotonous work. So I went up to my manager, and my manager was like, "Why don't you try things like analytics? So it revolves around data. Why don't you explore the field?" So that's when I started exploring this field, and that is, you can say that was a triggering point of my life actually.
Okay.
So that talk with my manager should have been the turning point.
I think I would ask this question to the audience as well. See, why I even ask this question? Because I'm seeing it as a common pattern, right? And mostly with the freshers, they are just running behind with the fancy names like the data science, AI, ML, and they are just unnecessarily moving into the data science, although probably they are not liking it, but just because of that peer pressure or the surroundings or environmental pressure, they are trying their hands with it. So let me know in the comment section if you have started with the data science, data analytics, data engineer just because of the peer pressure, or you find it really interesting, that's why you started with that.
Yeah, taking that time out is very necessary to understand what you like and what you don't.
Yes, that's true. Whenever we start with something new, obviously we face lots of challenges, and data domain is something where you won't find that much crisp content or crisp roadmap. So what kind of challenges did you face in the beginning, and how did you actually overcome it?
Yeah, what happened was I tried to explore a lot during my initial stages. So I did try to take up a few courses as well. So like I said, I could not do that balance between work and job. So after that, I was constantly trying to understand what this field is all about. So a common pattern that I noticed was everybody was teaching data science. So where to go, which platform to select was the big problem, because all the platforms say that they'll teach you data science and they'll get you a job. And when we go and look at the roadmap that they have, it's like it's not so structured well, and we are not so confident and trustworthy. We can't trust them easily that whether we can take up that or not.
Okay.
So this is the biggest challenge a lot of people face in today's generation, is what I feel. Yeah. And the same problem is what I faced as well.
Yeah, like finding the correct roadmap and
yeah.
path,
the structure towards the attaining their final goal.
Yeah, and even the practical understanding is very important, right? You cannot just read the machine learning
Videos
algorithm,
and,
right? And
until and unless you do a hands-on on it, it's like it's a complete different game altogether.
Yeah, that's true. Let's say you figure out something for yourself, you can let me know in the comment section what is the ideal path for anyone who is starting with the data science domain and want to become data scientist based on your experiences as well. You talked about the challenges, and you also mentioned that you opted for few courses with which you didn't find that relevant after consuming it for some time, but you stick with the analytics with their boot camps. So how did even these boot camps help you in your career growth and moving into the data science domain and cracking some of the good companies like PaisaBazaar and EXL?
So like I said, I was exploring a lot of options. So I was also following the blogs from Analytics Vidhya. So I had that trust factor already between data analytics Vidhya, because they were already giving out blogs. And when I went ahead for the data science bootcamp program itself, I saw a structure in their approach. So they had everything penned down exactly what they would be doing. And that is why I went on to their platform and interacted with a lot of people like Kunal, Sunil and Mukesh. So these people helped me take this up, and also they told what exactly we'll be doing here. So the way they talked about their program, it was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And yeah, then I sticked with them. So, and I would say that it was a really good experience for me. because I was coming from something like zero, and I'm like, okay, learning a lot of things here. And it was an intense bootcamp program as well. So a lot of hands-on, a lot of presentations, a lot of mock interviews. So it was like full-fledged.
Even we can see the result, right? He is working as a data scientist in some of the good companies. I would ask you to mention, let's say, top 3, top 5 skill sets which you think aspiring data scientists should know. So moving on to the next question, Kaushal, and that is more interesting one as well, and most of the folks are waiting for this question as well, because you being a senior candidate as well, right? You have little bit experience in the data science and cracking the interviews as well for that part. So like, how did you prepare for the interviews, first of all, and specifically for the data science job profiles? And in the Analytics Vidhya bootcamps, your mentor would have helped you while preparing for your interviews. So what was that process, and how did you get that help? And most important thing, can you explain the entire interview experience of the EXL data science role? Like, how many rounds were there, and in each round, what kind of questions the interviewers were asking?
From Analytics Vidhya, they were conducting a lot of mock interviews. So that definitely helped a lot when we say how to crack an interview. So a lot of questions were asked basically from the mock interviews as well. So one thing that I realized was to understand the basics really well. No matter which company you go, if you know the basics well, I feel that you can crack any interviews. If you have that analytical mindset as well as that mindset to solve any business problem. So technical skills are required. Obviously, there is no doubt in it.
Yes.
Along with that, it's like the mindset of solving a business problem is very, very important. So that kind of structured thinking, maybe Analytics Vidhya has imputed on us.
Okay.
So that became really easy for us as well to crack any interviews. Coming to the interview process, it's usually the same across the industry. So it's like more of a technical rounds, then comes the business rounds. So in technical rounds, they usually ask about Python, SQL, and the machine learning algorithms.
Okay.
And in the business round, it's usually the puzzles and the case studies. So it's like a simple question would be, if the sales of my cars are down, what do you think we can do to probably improve the selling rates? Or a simple case study like how many cars do you think are present in Gurgaon right now?
More practical
it's like
questions.
they want to try to understand your approach towards the problem more than finding out the exact answer.
Okay. How about the other manager round? Was it easy for you to crack, or it was a different experience?
Yeah, it was easier experience itself. It was not too hard. Basically, if you can study a lot of case studies and puzzles, and if you have that mindset to crack, I think you can do it. Yeah.
I have been facing this question a lot from the freshers, and they are actually complaining about it, that companies are not preferring freshers and the fresh grads or fresh candidates, you can say, for the data related profiles, be it the data science, data engineering, machine learning, data analyst. Companies are always asking for the experienced candidates. Since you have interviewed with multiple companies as well, and you have also passed with this fresher kind of category, so what's your take on that based on the current situation in the 2022, whether this is a myth or freshers are just misguided because companies are ultimately hiring for the data roles?
So basically what happens is there is a lot of gap between when a fresher comes out as well as what the employers are looking out.
Okay.
So I guess it's important to bridge that gap. If a fresher is able to bridge that gap and he's job ready, I guess employers would seek their candidature as well. But I think in those scenarios, I think programs like Analytic Vidhya's bootcamp program is helping to bridge that gap as well. So they are making sure that the person who is coming out is job ready and is can be working on the job from day one without any help.
Okay.
So that is something that I feel that Analytics Vidhya is doing really well. Yeah.
So in conclusion, like, we can say it's definitely not hard. It is more about having the right skill sets.
Yeah.
Let's say you are a fresher and till this point you didn't find any good data science related job opportunities, or companies rejected your profile. Then let me know your experience in the comment section. Probably I will do more research about it, whether companies are actually preferring freshers or not. So, all right, Kaushal, we have just one last question. A few years back, when you started your data science journey and you started exploring the data science domain, and there would have been the situations where folks are reaching out to you that Kaushal, I also want to start with the data science domain, and mostly the younger ones and the your fellow juniors. So, how would you actually motivate them, and what kind of advice you would like to give them, how they should start, and what is the better way to do the things?
Yeah, I would say to start exploring the field. So if you like this field, obviously it's then sure that you will be liking it going forward as well. Then you can go up and take up the things that is required in this field, get that right resources and the right skill set to move forward,
Okay,
and then you can rock in this field too. Yeah.
that's great. That's great. So again, it is more about your interest, right? Don't do anything
On peer pressure.
yes,
Yeah.
which you don't enjoy or which you think you just opted forcefully or just because of the peer pressure. And that was the whole conclusion of this podcast as well. And that's what I had for you guys in this video. And I'm pretty sure whatever we discussed and whatever information Kaushal shared with you and shared with me, I found it really inspiring and really amazing. So I'm pretty sure that this experience will help you in your preparation and understanding the future of data science role and what is actually needed in the data science domain. You can definitely understand it from this podcast. So from my side and from my audience side, thank you so much, Kaushal, for joining my podcast and sharing this wonderful experience.
Yeah, thanks, Shashank. Yeah.
So I hope you guys would have enjoyed this entire podcast and all the amazing experience shared by Kaushal. And if yes, and you find this podcast informative, then make sure to like it and share it with your fellow friends. And also subscribe the channel and press the notification icon for more amazing podcasts on my channel. And I will see you guys in next week with another amazing podcast. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too.